Welcome, dear students. In this module, we will be discussing various ancillary equipments, their constructions, their working and applications. What are ancillary equipments? Ancillary equipments are those equipments which are used to support the primary plastic processing equipments are called the ancillary equipments. So typical ancillary equipments include material dryer, material loaders, then hopper, mixing systems, granulators, then mold temperature controllers, and magnetic systems, etc. These are called as ancillary equipments. These are the equipments which support the primary plastic processing equipment. So they are called as ancillary equipments. First we shall see dryers. So what is the purpose of dryers? Many plastic materials used in molding process absorb moisture from the atmosphere. So the moisture in the plastic material results in poor surface finish and loss of physical properties of the product. Therefore, proper drying of plastic material is very important for achieving the quality in the molding. So in order to get the better quality molding, this moisture should be removed from the plastic materials. So the plastics are classified into two groups in relation to moisture. They are non-hygroscopic and hygroscopic. Non-hygroscopics are those plastics in which the moisture adheres to the surface of the pellet or granules. These plastics are dried by blowing hot air over the material to evaporate the moisture. Example, polyolefins, PE, PP, etc., and also PS. These are non-hygroscopic. Usually, the moisture will be adhered to the surface of the pellet, which can be easily removed. Or sometimes the moisture will not be absorbed by these plastic materials. And hygroscopic materials. These plastics absorb the moisture within the pellet or granules. So the moisture will be absorbed within the pellet and the granules. These plastics can only be dried by removing the moisture from the material using dehumidified hot air. Example for hygroscopic materials are polycarbonate, PET, ABS, nylon particularly, and polysulfones. Particularly the polar polymers, they absorb moisture. So these should be removed before proceeding, so that we can get a highly useful product without any defects. First we shall define the moisture content. Moisture content is defined as the amount of moisture absorbed by the plastic material from the environment. Normally it is expressed in terms of percentage. So what is moisture content? Moisture content is nothing but the amount of moisture absorbed by the plastic material from the environment. Normally it is expressed in percentage. Then we shall see the type of dryers. Dryers are classified into two groups: hot air dryers and dehumidifying dryers. So dryers are classified into two groups: hot air dryers and dehumidifying dryers. The equipments used in both the dryers are diffuser cone and plenum hopper. Diffuser cone and plenum hopper. So these are the equipment used in. Now we shall see the construction, working principle and applications of tray dryers. First we shall see the principle. The tray dryer is widely used for material drying in plastic manufacturing. The drying process is based on circulation of hot air through the chamber having the material. So here the basic principle is the drying process is based on circulation of hot air through the chamber which is having the material. Now we shall see the construction of tray dryers. The tray dryer is a conventional drying equipment with the enclosed insulated chamber and trays placed on top of each other in a trolley. So it has a trolley, this is a trolley So it has a trolley, this trolley, then insulated chamber, this is the insulated chamber, and the trays. These are the trays placed on top of each other in this trolley. The material to be dried are either solid or wet and are placed on the trays. The materials are placed on the trays. The heat through the trays is transferred via hot air circulation. This is the hot air circulation by steam in a radiator coil or electric heaters. So here the transfer of heat as well as proper circulation of heat is facilitated by blower fans. Additionally, the equipment has a control panel for temperature control as well as other parameters fixed outside the equipment that assist in its functioning. So this is the construction of the tread dryer, very simple construction. Then we shall see the working. The basic working principle of this machine is the continuous circulation of hot air. So the basic working principle is continuous circulation of hot air. In the tray dryer, moisture is removed from the solid that are placed in the tray by forced conventional heatings. The moist air removal is conducted partially but in a simultaneous fashion. Initially, the wet solids are loaded into the tray and the tray placed in the tray chambers. Then the introduction of fresh air through the inlet, the air passes through the heater which is heated up. The objective of heating is to ensure the heated air reaches the wet solid on the tray. Therefore, the fans in the tray dryer are used to circulate the hot air at a speed of 2 to 5 meters per second. This turbulent air reduces the atmospheric partial vapor pressure and the thickness of the layer of air boundary. The heated air picks up water. During water evaporation from the surface, there is diffusion of water from the interior of the solid by capillary action. All the above mentioned events happen in a single pass of air. So there is a short contact time and only a small amount of water is picked up in a single pass. As a result, the discharge air to the rate of 80 to 90% is circulated back through the fans and only maximum of 20% of fresh air is introduced. The moisture discharge occurs through the outlet. Therefore, uniform airflow and constant temperature over solid material can be maintained for achieving uniform drying. So, in the event of material to be dried or wet granules such as capsules or tablet drying is continued until the desired moisture content is attained. At the completion of drying process, the drying trucks or the trays are pulled out of the chamber and taken to the tray dumping station. In totality, large working space, sturdy construction and controlled temperature, uniform air circulation are the basic principles of functionality of tray dryers. So very simple, the air is introduced and the moisture absorbed by the material is slowly removed from the first surface, then through the capillary action from the interior of the pellet so that the material gets dried. Now we shall see the uses of these dryers. The dryers are used in the process where drying and heatings are a crucial part of industrial manufacturing process, such as drying of plastics, even food products, pharmaceuticals, dye stuffs and chemical manufacturing, and these dryers are used. So in this model we discussed the construction, working principle and the uses of dryers. In the next model, we will be discussing another ancillary equipment and its construction and its application and their working principle. Thank you.